Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name's Olivia, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a productive Sunday routine. So this is just like what I like to do on a Sunday to kind of get myself set up for the week and really have a productive day. So you're going to see what I typically make for Sunday breakfast, how I make my to-do list and plan out my week, and then also some packing techniques that I have because this was before we went back to the US for 3 weeks. So I hope you guys enjoy and gain some inspiration and motivation from this video, and thank you for watching. So the first thing I like to do Sunday morning or just any day in the weekend is start to tidy up the house. And one of my favorite breakfasts to make for Sunday is a quiche, which is super easy and super delicious and totally customizable to what you have in the fridge. So typically what I like to do is do 4 to 6 eggs and mix it with some milk or almond milk. We actually had regular milk in our fridge from all the holiday baking at the time, so I just put a little bit of that in there, salt and pepper, and I like to add different spices like oregano, paprika, chili flakes, but it's totally up to you what you want to add. So this is the part that makes quiches totally customizable and really great if you have some leftovers that you want to get rid of. I'm just putting some white onion in this quiche, some bacon or ham little pieces, and some frozen corn. But you can add whatever you have on hand. I've made Mediterranean quiches with olives and artichokes. I've made vegetarian quiches. Just whatever you have on hand goes really well in a quiche, and it's a really great way to use up leftovers. So I use puff pastry, which you can find in the freezer section at your grocery store, as the quiche base. And while I'm prepping all this stuff, I'm letting the puff pastry sit out so that it defrosts and you can actually mold it in your pan. It wouldn't be Sunday morning without a cup of coffee. So while the puff pastry, as you can see in the corner, is sitting out and defrosting, I made some instant coffee. And I just want to say the holiday decorations are not actually up still when I'm posting this video, but this video was filmed before we went to the US for 3 weeks, so before Christmas. So that's why there's tons of Christmas and holiday decorations up. Especially on the weekends, our house tends to get messier than normal, and we kind of let things slide, like leaving dishes in the sink, which we tend not to do, especially during the week. So I'm just tidying up the house and doing the dishes and getting the kitchen clean. Okay, so now that the puff pastry is defrosted enough and I can easily mold it, I'm just taking this cake pan. If you have a quiche pan or a pie pan, that would work better and would look a lot better. But I just have a cake pan, and so I just made sure to spray it. And I personally don't care what the crust looks like. It tastes delicious regardless what it looks like. So I just wrap the extra puff pastry around the edges, and just so that it's all in the pan, but I'm not making it look amazing or anything. It's just for Nathan and I for breakfast. So, but if you're obviously doing it for a party or a brunch or something, take your time and make it look a little nicer. And what you do is you just add all the ingredients that don't need to be cooked beforehand. So if you were doing something like mushrooms or something, you want to probably saute those first, but all these ingredients can just go straight into the puff pastry, and then my egg mixture goes on it, and then I'll just top it with some cheese and then put it in the oven. I actually don't know what temperature I put it on, probably around 400 degrees Fahrenheit, but I just keep my eye on it. It's about 200 degrees fan forced Celsius that I put on it in Australia, and I do it for about 10 minutes, but I just kind of take a look at it and see how it's doing, and from there assess if it's ready or not. I like to keep up with my laundry throughout the week. We tend to do 1 to 2 loads during the week, but there's typically a load to do on the weekend. So I'm just getting that in so that it has time to dry throughout the day, and just so that we don't have tons of laundry build up for the week. So now it's time for my morning routine, and typically during the work week, this is the first step I do when I wake up in the morning, but on the weekend I kind of chill and relax and do other things before washing my face. So I just have a fairly simple skincare routine using simple products basically. I like to use the foaming facial cleanser, and then I like to use rose water spray on my face, some Origins eye cream to brighten up my under eye circles, and then just once again SPF moisturizer from Simple Skincare. We seriously make our bed every single day. I honestly feel like if we don't make our bed, my whole day is just thrown off. So if you don't make your bed, I promise you, you'll feel so much better if you do. So that tends to be the first thing, once again, that we do during the work week, but Sunday is obviously more relaxed. So I just make sure we do it before we end up leaving the house, or as early as I possibly can without stressing over it. And although the holidays have come and gone, I was literally obsessed with our Christmas decorations this year. So if you are still in the festive spirit or just want to check out how we decorated our home this year, you can check out the video of our home tour, which I'll link below and in the corner right now. But then also I have a blog post, which I'll link down below, which has the photos of all our Christmas decorations this year. as I mentioned in previous Clean With Me, Sunday is kind of the day that I water all my house plants, so I'm just going around the house and watering all my plants. I absolutely love having tons of plants in the house. It just brightens and livens up the space, and it's also really good and easy, affordable decor for your house. And I think it just really makes the space look great. So we have tons of plants, and Sunday is just the day that I go around and water them. That way I know that they're watered. So while I've been cleaning the house, the quiche is finally done, and what I do is I just take a toothpick and just make sure that it looks cooked, but with eggs you can clearly kind of tell if it's cooked. I like topping it off with everything but the bagel seasoning, and if we have any green onions or avocado on hand, that's also great to put on top. Tomatoes is great too, but if we don't have that, we just kind of have hot sauce and it's ready to go. So Sundays are also the days that I like to prepare for the week ahead. I like to look at my planner and see what we have to do this week, what I have to do this week, what's going on. And I write things down in my planner. I absolutely love having a planner, but I also have a Google Calendar as well, which I've shown in previous productive routines. But I like checking both and kind of making sure bills are being paid, things are getting done that need to get done. And as you guys know, I freelance and blog, so just kind of keeping on top of everything. I like to have a couple minutes on Sunday to sit down and really assess the week ahead. So by now the laundry is just finishing up, so I like to sort with what is required to go in the dryer and then what's required to get hung up. And typically Nathan goes and hangs it up outside if he's home, and then it's great because the laundry is done and out of the way, and now we don't have a buildup for the rest of the week. So as I mentioned, we went back to the US for 3 weeks for Christmas and the holidays. So right now what you see is me kind of brainstorming what I possibly want to bring with me during this trip and pack. It's summer here in Australia, so it's nice that I can pack so far in advance because obviously I'm not going to be wearing these sweaters that I would be bringing back home. Okay, so if you haven't seen my other pack with me video, I did one where I was going to Port Douglas in Australia. I did that a couple months ago, but that was a completely different type of trip because that was only 1 week and it was on the beach. So I have a harder time packing for longer trips and in the winter. So this is going to be a lot colder. Obviously, it's not a beach vacation. It's going to be like 20-30 degrees Fahrenheit, so pretty cold or colder. So lots of layers and bulkier items, which makes it a little more difficult to pack. I'm going to Cleveland, I'm going back home, and then we're going to LA. So I need to be able to separate the items into probably my carry-on that will just have my Cleveland items, or at least organize it so that I can rearrange my carry-on when I get to Cleveland. And then I don't need to go through my checked bags as much. But I just started to put some shoes here, so lots of boots and then just one pair of flats. I think that would be okay. I don't really know if I'm really gonna wear flats when it's winter, but I just have those there right now. I do like to wear a pair of sandals on the plane though. It's just easier to slip on and off. And then I have some pants. I am packing nearly 2 weeks out, which may seem kind of insane, but I'm working this week, and then so we have all this week I'm working. We have a really busy weekend before Christmas, so we're doing Christmas in Australia, and then we leave that Thursday, and I'm working up until Wednesday. So it's not a bad idea to start packing, and I have a lot to pack. So I'm just gonna kind of organize this, set things out, and then obviously I'm not packing things that I use right now. So like a pair of jeans and stuff that I would wear right now, I'm not packing those, but like those black pants and stuff I won't wear in the next couple weeks because it's summer here in Australia. So I'm just gonna go through, see if I want all this stuff, kind of rearrange outfits, maybe try a couple things on, and then go from there. Okay, so I've laid a lot of stuff out. So right here I just have some jackets. I have my winter coat back in the US, so I don't need to pack like a really thick coat, but I have a leather jacket and then like a suede type jacket, scarf, couple like cardigan, thicker sweaters, my long sleeve, short sleeve, some sweaters, plain outfit, some nice dresses, workout clothes, going out dresses, and some pants and some sweatpants and a bathing suit in case we go to like a pool, hotel, that kind of thing. And then I've laid out some of Nathan's stuff, so sweaters, workout clothes, jeans, long sleeve tops, sports clothes, And then I have some shoes. So I have some brown booties, black booties, motorcycle style boots, and some flats.